Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about my laser hair removal treatment. Whenever I'm at the clinic visiting, I always put up posts on my Instagram and I'm always inundated with questions about laser hair removal. So rather than repeating myself, I decided I would do a little video on it, giving you as much information as possible so you guys can make your own decisions on whether it's right for you. And if there is anything that I've left out or anything you want to know, then put it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you've followed my tutorials or followed me on Instagram, you'll know that I have melasma on my face and I've been having that lasered over at the Pulse Light Clinic in Bank. I shared my journey because I know so many of you suffer with hyperpigmentation and melasma, and it was not a sponsored tutorial. While I've been at the Pulse Light Clinic, I decided to also undergo some laser hair removal. I always hated my arms. I was always very self-conscious. I naturally have dark hair, even though my hair looks light. My natural hair is very dark, so my body hair was very dark. It was quite fine hair, but it was dark hair. I own a home laser. I have done for about 6 years, and I've done under my arms, which didn't grow back, which is incredible, but for larger areas it just takes so long and you have to do it so much more often than when you have it done professionally. It doesn't completely go, you always have to top it up. My underarms are the only area that didn't come back with a home laser. Everywhere else has come back, and it's come back fully, and it just meant I would have to top it up every 2 weeks. I'm not comfortable with lasering my skin every 2 weeks. Pulse Light thankfully gifted my laser treatments. There are no obligations to do a tutorial on YouTube. That's up to me, and obviously I love to share as much information with you guys. It's how we learn, it's how we educate ourselves. Since going there to have my pigmentation done and also Tommy going and my twin sister going, we've developed a really nice relationship with them. We don't just go there for our treatments, we go there and we have a catch up, and it's just a really nice environment. It's really clean. Cherry talks to me like a friend. I don't feel that uncomfortableness. I feel like I'm going to see a mate, which I really like, especially if I'm saying intimate done. You want to know that you feel comfortable with somebody. So they're really professional, but they're also super friendly. So I've taken some external footage of my arms and my legs because that's the areas that I've had lasered. So I can put up some pictures of how my arm hair sort of looked before. I started my arm hair in February and I've had 3 sessions on it, and I've had 1 or 2 sessions on my legs now. So I will put up the arm hair because that's the one that I've noticed the most change on, but then I've had more sessions on that. You can totally see the difference. It's so worth showing you already. So this is back in February when I had my first laser treatment. The girls shaved my arms, which I've been doing at home now before I arrive. And then they use a white kohl pencil to draw out lines on the arms, and this just gives them sections. That way they don't miss any part of the arm and they know where they've already been. I'm going to show you how my arm looks after 2 sessions, and then I'll put the footage in from my 3rd session. So this is kind of how my arm hair looked before. Up here is where they don't laser, they don't take it any higher than this past the elbow. You can see it's relatively dark. It's not the worst arm hair in the world, but I was always very self-conscious of it and people would comment on it. So this is after 2 sessions, and as you can see my arm hair is extremely sparse. The rate of reduction of the hair will differ from person to person. You'll see here I've got a few dark hairs that haven't gone. So the laser light only targets actively growing hair. This is also known as hair in the anagen phase. And the hairs aren't growing simultaneously, so you'll need several hair removal sessions to catch every hair in the anagen phase. So today, myself, Callie and Tommy are off to the Pulse Light Clinic in Bank, and I've just taken off the little vellus hairs on my arms that are sort of left over from previous lasering, and obviously I've shaved my legs. So this will be the first time I've had my legs lasered as well, so I'm excited. In terms of pain, on my arms it is 0. I haven't found that it was painful at all, and as I said, I started with my arms, so when I went to have my legs done, I just assumed it was going to be the same. It's like a pinching pain. It seems to be more painful on the bony areas and anywhere that the hair's a little bit more coarse. On a scale sort of 1 to 10, it's only about a 4 if that, maybe a 3, but it just caught me off guard a little bit and it just makes you go, ooh. If you've missed any tiny little hairs, they'll obviously singe a little bit, but it's nothing that you can see, nothing that's visible or hurts, it's just it smells a little bit. There's a constant cold air going on your skin at the same time as the laser, so it doesn't hurt. Overall, it's nothing that I would shy away from. I would have it done anywhere necessary because it really isn't that bad at all. So the most common question is how many sessions are required. On average for the body, 8 sessions are required, and then they normally say once a year you have a top up. You normally leave around 6 to 8 weeks per session for your body, and then 4 to 6 weeks if you're having laser removal on your face. You'll see a 95% hair reduction after lasering. You have white vellus hairs, which are those tiny little hairs which you'll see in my video. Those ones have no pigment in them, so they can't be tackled by the laser. But I like those white vellus hairs because I don't want the dark hairs on my arms, but I want my arms to look like I've got hair because that's what looks natural. I will look weird if I look like I've got bald arms. So having those little white vellus hairs is what blonde people have, and they always look really nice and natural. So that's the hair that you'll be left with. Anything that's dark, that has any pigment to it, will be removed on your face and your body. So things you need to know before you arrive for your laser treatment is that you need to avoid applying any fragrance, deodorant or creams to your body 24 hours before you go for your laser session. And if you're having your face done, that also includes makeup. You'll also want to make sure that you've shaved your legs or your arms or any area that you are having lasered. So I've been having my arms done since February, but I had a holiday in May, so I had to take a little break between having my lasering sessions because you can't have lasering on freshly tanned skin. So after sun exposure, you need to wait between 4 to 6 weeks. You'll then go back to the clinic, have a patch test done so they can test the settings and see how your skin is, and then 48 hours after your patch test, you can then restart your treatment. One of the questions I get a lot is, can you laser during pregnancy? As a lot of you will know that when you're pregnant, your body tends to produce more hair. Your body just doesn't shed during pregnancy. You need to wait until you finish breastfeeding, then you can start your laser treatment. There are a couple of other times you can't laser. You can't laser with fake tan on. If you suffer with epilepsy, and there are some medications such as Roaccutane, you can't laser on that because it makes your skin very sensitive. If you're on any medication you're not 100% sure, give the clinic an email or a call and they'll absolutely have no problems with giving you all the information you need. If you've ever looked into owning a home laser or you own one and you're a woman of colour, you'll know that you cannot laser your skin. Whereas at the Pulse Light Clinic, the lasers that they use can tackle any skin tone. So with the Candela laser, they can treat darker skin tones without the risk of burning the skin. The laser hair removal cannot tackle blonde, red, or grey hair. If you've got tattoos on your body, they don't laser over them because it can blur the tattoo, it can affect the tattoo. So I'll put in a little clip of my sister having her legs lasered. You can just see they've just drawn around one of the tattoos that she's got on her ankle so that they don't touch it. I'll also put the name of the laser on screen because it's got quite a long name. One of the first times I ever saw laser hair removal was on Embarrassing Bodies on telly, and it was actually for a guy because it is a unisex option. If you're a guy, you can have your back done, you can have anything that you want. They do everything. I mean, they literally do everything. And the guy was suffering with ingrown hairs, and a lot of the girls that I know also suffer with ingrown hairs. That's when the hair either grows backwards and curls into the skin, or it grows sideways and gets stuck underneath the skin. Sometimes that can be accompanied by an infection of the hair follicle, or you get razor rash, which is the little bumps. Men also get it around their beard, so it's a really common thing to happen, and laser hair removal is a great treatment for that because it just puts the follicle to sleep, kind of sometimes kills it off, and it just stops growing. So then that in itself prevents the hair coming through, which prevents the ingrown hairs. So another question I get asked a lot is about the pricing of the laser hair removal. Now, the Pulse Light Clinic do free consultations with a free patch test, and then when you book a block of 8 sessions, you get up to 60% saving compared to buying a single treatment. If you are interested in checking out the laser hair removal, if you're in and around London or you can get to London, Pulse Light Clinic have offered my followers a 20% discount, which is so kind of them. That is based on packages. I'm going to add a link in the description bar and then you guys can click it and have a nosy and see if it's for you. I would definitely say get your underarms done. Look, I don't even have a shadow. It's incredible. So I hope you guys have found this useful. If there's anything that I've not covered and you've got any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Don't forget, you can also message the Pulse Light Clinic, take advantage of the discount code. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go follow the Pulse Light Clinic on Instagram and you can follow me on Instagram. And if you've not subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I don't know if you're aware, but you can actually personalize your notification bell now. So you can pick how much you want to see, what you want to see, etc. So go and have a nosy at that and make sure you're not missing out on when I upload.